Gabriel.
You wanna go?
Yeah, I'll go. With Gabriel, I'll give him a 7. I thought he wasn't as good as he was last week.
Yep.
But he beat off the challenge of Kamara last week, and this week he shifted Antonio. You know, Antonio thought, yeah, okay, I'll do my, my best.
Yeah.
And really give you a nightmare, but nah.
I'll introduce you to the Premiership.
Yeah, I'll
Samba
introduce
boy.
you. Yeah, but nah. Gabriel was brilliant. That block, instinctive block, when Leno spilt the shot, and I thought it was faultless, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give him a 7, 7.5, 7.5. Sorry, Gabes, to tamper with your scoring.
Scoremaster.
Yeah. So yeah, 7.5.
Yeah, I would give him a solid 8 because he's solid, and me and Gab we really liked his blocking, and I've looked at it that he's made the most blocks in the whole game, which was really impressive when you realize West Ham had 9 men behind the ball half the time. So he got in a lot of blocks in, and he's the one player that wasn't giving the ball away like Nike shoes, so yeah, I would give him a solid 8. Yeah, he wasn't as impressive as the Fulham game,
Naturally,
but you can't. And that I thought for 1 second he will score an own goal, but
Leno got there.
Yeah. So
what was the incident?
that was the incident when yet again we allowed a cross to come in, and I think Antonio was about to head it, but Gabriel was done enough to just put him off.
Yeah, I remember.
And kindly the ball dropped to Leno rather than in the back of the net.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
I
is
remember.
yeah.
That would have been a good one. You score on your debut.
Yeah, and then
you score an own goal in your second game. It'd be like, wow.
On your home debut.
Yeah, on your home debut.
Yeah, just imagine if we had Mustafi instead of Gabriel.
Yeah.
Right? That's the margins there. So
yeah,
can't fault him. 8, and he's my man of the match also. So
yeah, I'm going to give Gabriel 8.5. I thought he was a bit shaky at the beginning. Lucky to get away with 2 penalty calls, because I'm sure if that was Manchester United or Liverpool, the first one would have probably been given, even though it wasn't a foul.
yeah, and it's not a penalty.
Yeah, it wasn't a penalty, but in those big games, he didn't do anything wrong, but he's just got to be careful. You could see as soon as that player felt
contact,
he just threw himself down.
Over. Ashley Young style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd been shot by the sniper from a distance of 1,000 yards. But, that's something he's got to be very careful of. The header, the misjudged header, I thought he was lucky to get away with.
Yeah.
Another era, maybe that would have been a stonewall penalty.
Yeah.
Aside from those 2 issues, I thought he was solid. Dealt with the threat of Antonio. His positioning for the blocks, I read something maybe about a week or 2 before he signed for us.
Yeah.
And somebody said he has this knack. Somebody was talking about his style of play in French football. And they were saying that he has a knack of being in the right place at the right time, and especially covering his goalkeeper.
Music to my ears.
And I didn't say anything at the time. I thought, we will see. But yesterday, he was behind the keeper. He just seems to read or sense danger. So we'll see how that progresses for the rest of the season. John Terry also used to have that. The keeper would come out, and John Terry would be behind the goalkeeper.
Cahill as well. Gary Cahill.
And that's a great attribute to have.
Yeah.
Mertesacker.
Yes. So
although he was
I've got to give it.
We'll see how it continues.
Carragher as well.
Rest of the season, but maybe that might be something we can keep an eye out if he's, if Leno continues to have these nightmare scenarios, Gabriel is going to have his spider senses switched on.
Yeah.
So
Can I just bring up a point? Can I bring up a point?
100%.
Because you mentioned, you know, the handball from Gabriel. I've got to say, man, that Lindelof decision was disgusting.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that was Arsenal, I would be livid.
Yeah.
I think the whole rigmarole around that penalty was disgusting.
Yeah.
Man United were up the field, you know, and they brought it back.
Yeah.
They brought it back. They VAR checked it.
That's the new rules now. And
That's disgusting. That's taking the pee.
Do you know what? I have no sympathy for Manchester United.
Fair enough.
Because they've had countless of those.
No, that's Spurs. Spurs are VAR United.
Not the outside the VAR. You know, because I remember years ago it was like it was 1-1 Old Trafford.
Fergie time.
Yeah, and I think Caleb was running the game, and I have no idea how we didn't win that game. And then what happened in the last minute? The ball was flicked on Gallas's hand. There was like a penalty goal.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that. But this one was terrible.
100%.
Because Lindelof didn't go put his hand out, you know.
Yeah.
It was like the shot came in. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
I thought that was a disgusting decision.
What's even worse was that the retake of the actual penalty.
Oh my God!
Like,
that was disgusting as well.
The guy was like, was it half an inch off his line? It was
so what's he supposed to do? Just stand there?
Be glued to that line.
No, if you start from behind your goal line. Clearly, you start at the back of the net.
Ospina style, yeah. He was always behind the line.
You start from behind the goal line. You've known what the rules are for how long?
Absolutely.
Find a way of addressing it. You don't wait until your second game of the season to complain.
Man,
they've told you for the longest time, this is the rules for penalty taking. Find a way to address it, because you know you're going to have to you're going to have to deal with it at some point of the season. Having said that, they were out of order, and I hope Arsenal have plans in place.
It had no impact on the game. Palace were creating chances. They should have had.
We know that
4, 5, 6.
We know that, but I'm saying, shoe on the other foot. If that happened to Arsenal,
on field,
I would.
But it has happened to us.
Not be happy.
Yeah, it happened to us countless of times.
That's why I'm
sorry to go.
There would probably be
sorry to go
one
to
at
the theatre
Anfield
of
next
wet
week,
dreams, but I just thought I had to bring that up because the Gabriel decision makes you realise we got away.
100%. And that
we got away with it because it was VAR checked as well.
That header off the bar, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry. Next.